Welcome to Brighten Your Corner Ministry. My name is Cindy Ann Lewis Walcott, and we are studying life lessons from the Holy Bible. You don't have to be religious, these lessons are for holistic living. Today's lesson I call There is No Such Thing as a Secret. We are going to study this lesson in Exodus chapter 2, verses 11 to 15. Before I read you the verses, I'll just tell you we are still studying the children of Israel, so the Hebrews that are in Egypt now. So that's the third and fourth and so on generation of Jacob. And Pharaoh has tried to control them by, setting taskmasters over them, so putting them into bondage and trying to kill their male babies. One male baby chose Moses is who we're going to be studying today. Moses was hidden by his mom, and then Pharaoh's daughter found him and adopted him. So he's living in the palace with Pharaoh and his daughter like a prince. But he's looking at what's happening to his people, and he's seeing things he doesn't like. So I am going to read now, so you know why I call this lesson There's No Such Thing as a Secret. So Exodus chapter 2 verses 11 to 15. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out a second day, behold, two men of Hebrew strove together. And he said to him that did wrong, Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, Who made thee prince and judge over us? Intend thou to kill me as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, Surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. There's no such thing as a secret. I know people who were friends who broke up their friendship because they told their friend a secret. Once you're telling somebody something, it's not a secret. In fact, we know. Even in the beginning, we studied in Genesis where Adam and Eve tried to hide from God. Well, that was God, and we know nobody can't really hide from God. But here, Moses is certain there's nobody around when he committed this act. But somebody's seen. So there's no such thing as a secret. I want you to be aware of that. Don't be going things that you need to keep to yourself. Don't be telling it to people and tell them this is a secret between me and you, because you don't know who's listening and you don't know who's seen. And then you break up your friendship because maybe you even sometimes forget how many friends you told your secret to, and you're thinking it's that one person, and whoever else is hearing it must have heard it from that one person. Well, whoever else is hearing it could have heard it from your very own lips, could have seen what it was, and you didn't know. In many cultures, they say trees have ears, bushes, the wall have ears, bushes have eyes, and all these things to tell you this very same thing. There is no such thing as a secret. And I know many, many people that broke up friendships because they thought somebody else told their secret. My number one thing is, if it's a secret, don't tell me. You're supposed to keep it to yourself. The fact that you tell me means it's no longer a secret. And I am not making, some people may tell me things in confidence, but I tell them right away. The minute you told me, once the words left your mouth, it's out there. Somebody else might be hearing. We don't know who's in the next room. We don't know who's across the street reading lips. There's no such thing as a secret. And don't be burdening your friends by telling them secrets and getting upset and angry with them when you hear your situation out there. It may have come from your very own lips and your very own actions. Your friend might be innocent in this. They might be holding it for you. much to their pain and their suffering. Because sometimes I learn things about people, I don't intend to tell anybody, and it's when you think on it, it's like, why did this person tell me that? It's to clear themselves, or you know, there's no such thing as a secret. Bottom line, if you have to confide in somebody or tell somebody something, in the end, don't be holding them an enemy because you found out somebody else found out about it. And generally, when we have a secret, we don't just have one friend. We tell more than one person. And somehow it might get out there, not through our friends, but through us telling them. And we're seeing this here. Moses was sure there was nobody around. Bushes have eyes, wall have ears. This man was somewhere and he seen, but Moses never saw him. It seemed like everything he was cleared. And now people are knowing, he's saying, well, if this one man know, a lot of people know. And if this man could reproach him like that, when he's trying to make sure his brethren don't fight amongst themselves, kind of unite, bond. And so we see Moses is basically, the action he took is speaking up or acting on behalf of somebody who was weak. And we see he's on his way to becoming an advocate, which is something nice. So we're going to be studying that, what he becomes in the next lesson coming up. But this is how it started. There are no secrets out there. So whatever you do I remember my grandparents and great-grandparents used to say, whatever you do in darkness must come to light. And always keep that in mind. Even if it's something you think only you know about, there's no guarantee. God knows. Your conscience might just let you. I know I had a friend actually once that told me they did something like shoplifting or something when they were younger. Nobody apparently knew until accidentally they blurted out, because they got into that safe space where it was supposed to be a secret. They never wanted anybody to know they did that. And it came out. So take this lesson from the Bible. There's no such thing as secret, and no matter you need somebody to confide in, don't hold them accountable for when your action or whatever it is you did get out. It may have been that somebody else heard you telling it. I hope this at least is informative. Um, Education is where I'm heading, but at least you'll be more informed now, and you can in turn tell somebody else. So when somebody comes to you to say, I have a secret, I must confide in you, I must tell you, you let them know. You may be telling just me that, but that doesn't mean I'm the only one hearing it. Do enjoy the lesson. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and have yourself a beautiful day now. Bye-bye.